Welcome. My name is Renee Marie Smith with Fif-TV, a trending 50 web series about 50 entrepreneurial women in America. One of our goals for Trending 50 and this web series is to help women in 2018 define for themselves what success is, not what the media or magazines or any outside forces tells us success should look like. What is success to Elizabeth?
It's an extraordinary question, and I think it's amazing that Trending 50 is choosing to ask this question and giving women the opportunity to think about it. I'm sure everyone you've interviewed has thought, how would I define success? And I'm sure everyone who's watching is thinking, how do I define success? And interestingly, I think for me, it's the same things that have led me in my career and that I've gotten excited about in life is, for me, success is doing something I love and being great at it. And that is success. It truly isn't tied to financial compensation for it or necessarily tied to being recognized. I think those things come when you are passionate and working at something that you really enjoy and love, but that to me is success, is waking every day and doing what you love and feeling like you are making a contribution that you're proud of, excited about, and really passionate about doing.
Susan, how do you define success for yourself?
Being happy. There's a young woman working in City Theater right now who was my student when she was 15, my playwriting student at New World School of the Arts. And she has come through the company in all kinds of levels. So that's very satisfying to me, to know within my happiness that I'm making a place for the other unicorns who live here, because there's another generation that is growing up.
How does Cynthia define success?
It's such a great question, and I think there's so many barriers to us defining our own success, because if you think about it, women have not been in a position of power for very long in our country and society, and so we really do have to pave the way of what that means. And for me, when you're able to speak up, when you're able to get your needs met, and you're able to live the life fully that you want to live in with whatever constraints that you may have, that's success. And it doesn't have to be about the money or owning your own business. I just happen to be owning my own business. But even within that, there are constraints. And if I can feel the freedom to get my needs met and be living the life I want to live, then to me, that's successful.
Success for me is really just happiness. I was raised in a way where the definition of success was directly related with getting married and having babies, and that's not really, how I see it now. I think that for me, it's always been making a difference and leaving the world with the biggest impact as you possibly can.
How does Amy Jo define success for herself?
My definition of success is you enjoying this. You enjoying this, something that I made, that it takes you to a place, it gives you that 5 minutes of bliss that you can just shut out all the noise around you and just have a moment to yourself. And I know I'm going to be remembered for that. And that is my success.
How do you define success for yourself?
My success is really about really bringing happiness, feeling happy in what I'm doing, because I think that once you're happy and you enjoy what you're doing, you are going to be successful, and that success is going to be spread to other individuals.
Well, you're quite an accomplished woman. Being an executive chef at an embassy is quite a compliment. How do you define success for yourself?
It's a hard one for me. I think that the day I will accomplish and say that I'm really successful is the day when I have my own business. But for now, I think success really is that I am representing the country, and I've come to a position that I thought I would never have. and I never really dreamed of.
How do you define success for yourself?
What a great question, and actually a very important question I think for women to be addressing right here, right now. For me, balance has always been very important. I work really hard, I'm very focused, and I think people think I must be a workaholic, but for me the secret of my success has always been closing down the computer at the end of the day. And for me, if I don't have travel in my life, if I don't have any kind of creative process, the work is not worth it. So I think for any woman, what that looks like for you will be different, but for me it's about balance, it's about experience, it's about making time for myself and engaging the other bits of my brain that don't get a look in 9 to 5.
This is Renee Marie Smith. Thank you for watching Fif-TV, a Trending 50 web series. If you enjoyed the video, hit like and share.